Alright, I think we're live. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing? I know I'm a little early by like a minute or two, but hope everyone had a good rest of their Saturday yesterday. Alright, let's see. I think I'm gonna let this army let's merge these two. See what we get. It's okay. It's not anything great by any means, but it's okay. Alright, let's get rid of some of this terrible shit. Whatever. Eh, 800's 800. Hey, Cynical, how we doing, man? Alright, what can we give, or who can we give that to? No. Alright, we can give it to this guy. So the Ether Sword, Armor Piercing, and Base Weapon, or... So the same thing, but it can also cause terror. And it just gives him magical attacks right away, so that's better. Sure, why not? And... that's shit. But, you know, it's something, I guess. I'm trying to think where I want this one to go. Because Festus is going over into Bretonia. I would like to come up here and start getting some altars as well. But yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. Hope you guys are having a good one.
Let's talk terms.
I think he's my only...
But with any disagreements, there'll be a challenge. Yes.
Yeah, screw him.
Done and done.
We're coming into Norska. Let's back up, let's back up. Alright, this guy, next turn he's going to start making his way back up and going into Norska. And then... let's just leave him in ambush stance for now. And he might just take on some troops over this way. But alright, let's go to Festus. Let's give him the physical resistance one. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Alright, taking Blackstone Post would cripple them.
Do not mistake me for the fool.
And I don't really care about Gisero. I wonder if I can sell that to Marienburg.
What comes slithering along the ground? A serpent in thrall to repulsive gods.
Okay. I mean, it's dumb that you can't ask for more than that. No. It's fine. Alright, let's take Blackstone Post. Ooh. We'll have to fight this one manually, but it shouldn't be too bad. I do apologize. I don't think it's a big deal, I guess, for you guys, but I know it's kind of dark and you can't really see me at the moment during the loading screen. But we're to the point now here in Alaska where it's pretty much dark like 80-90% of the day. So right now it's just past 7 a.m. Here in Alaska. It won't get like somewhat like sunny until like 11 a.m. and then the sun starts going down again at like 4 or 5. So it's not good to like be super bright because it's just really awkward for me. But I get that you don't also want to just see me in total darkness. But hello, and who do you think is stronger, divided lords like Nikari and Kugath, or undivided like Festus and Azazel? That's a kind of a tough one. I would say individually, if we're just talking about like just the legendary lords and not the factions, I would say it would be. I would say Festus is stronger than. Ooh, I don't know. Festus and Festus and Kugath are pretty hard because they both can do a. They can both heal, whether it's magic or an ability, and they can both do a Mortis Engine. But Kugath can get like 20,000 hit points, and he's an artillery piece. But Festus's faction overall is a lot stronger. So I'd say Festus and Kugath are really close in terms of like who's stronger individually. But I would take the Warriors of Chaos faction over Kugath any day. And I'd probably take Nikari over Azazel. Kugath is much easier to kill, true. But I mean, in terms of like strategy, like they both benefit from the same type of situations. They both benefit from like blobbing, area of effect damages. So even though Kugath is obviously much bigger in terms of a target, you know, they both have more or less the same killing potential, I feel like. Oh shit, I have Shadowstone. I forgot about that. But it also depends too on the person, on what they prefer. But I would pick Nikari. Kind of the same thing. Well, I guess Festus and Kugath for me are a little more like toe to toe. In terms of like who's better for the Slanesh factions, I would say Nikari is definitely better than Azazel in my opinion. Because again, they're both good in their own way, but Nikari can get himself out of a lot of problems really quickly, just because of his sheer mass. But again, I would take Azazel's faction, the Warriors of Chaos faction mechanics, over Nikari's any day. Yeah, like It's sort of weird. Like if Nakari and Kugath just had better faction mechanics, they would be really, really fucking good. Like individually by themselves, I think they're great, but they're just lacking really strong faction mechanics. Like this, not disciple armies. Devotee armies are great and all, but they're, I don't know. They're not like, I don't know. I don't think they're all that in a box of chocolates, basically. Like I honestly, it's never been in a campaign for me where I forgot there was that tower there. There was never really a campaign that, because of a devotee army, it was like really like helpful to have an extra army, if that makes sense, because of a devotee army. Just keep letting our magic generate here. Let's bring you guys, just punch through here. Especially too now, like their factions, in terms of like settlement battles and whatnot, their factions are weaker now because Creative Assembly has nerfed like the towers. Oh, what the hell? So that, for me anyway, that was really kind of, it was frustrating to say the least, because they took factions that, you know, were relatively weak on the campaign map, but strong in battles. And in Nurgle's case, like the Nurgle's, you know, units are fairly weak, you know, stat-wise, but they made up for it with being super defensive. Same with their settlements. So, you know, you could make a relatively weak garrison take on something outrageous, and, you know, it was a good balance. It was a really good balance. And then they took that balance away, and now it's just really frustrating, in my opinion. So, I don't know.
Chaos is magic.
9. I'd rather just cast a Pit of Shades. For 1 extra wind of magic, take a Pit of Shades over the piercing bolts.
Arcane torment awaits. Chaos sorcerer.
Oh, take on the Grave Guard. Because yeah, these towers, I mean, having every tower be the same, I just don't understand why they are like. I don't mind some of the decisions, but the idea of like making everything kind of the same, I just don't understand that part of it. Because there's nothing wrong with uniqueness, you know. It makes the game have more replayability, in my opinion. What are you guys? There is a giant hole right here.
Deliver slaughter.
But yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys are doing well.
I bring a tempest.
Alright. Pop that down.
Take this.
Well, if you guys are gonna freaking come through here, then fuck. Good. What's he up to now in physical resistance? Alright, so I imagine he's at... Oh, he's not even up to his max yet. Okay. Hey chat, how we doing, man? It's good. Yeah, just starting out the first battle of the stream, first battle of the stream today. Yeah, we're gonna mulch through these units. Good.
Tarnish his perverse glory.
He must be overcasting if he's damaged.
Challenge me.
Alright, both of the heroes can come take out the Necromancer.
Nurgle's best at a glory. Exalted hero of Nurgle.
These guys hit. Look at that. Holy shit. These guys hit like fucking trucks.
Time.
I've never seen stats like that on a hero. That's insane.
Blessings of war.
Doctor Festus. Abolish and death.
Good. These guys are actually doing pretty well.
Attack!
Alright, he's gone.
The sickening conjuration.
Finch's will.
Chaos is magic.
Get out.
Ready! Move fast! Ready!
We got army losses. Let's just get out of the way.
Planishers perverse.
Took a little bit of damage. But that's just from the towers initially.
Moving.
Alright, let's just fast forward it. There we go. But who exactly am I killing? Vampire counts. Specifically Heinrich Himmler's faction. Come on, disintegrate faster. There we go. That gets a placeholder, which they will update at some point in the beta. Which placeholder? Sorry, I missed that. And welcome, Ethereal. Welcome to the stream, man. I already need more coffee. One battle, I'm already almost through my coffee. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I hope they change it, bring it back, do something, because I don't know. Or if they just get rid of the towers, I don't know. But we'll see what they end up. Ooh, I need to change it to green. Not that it's a big deal, but it is what it is. But yeah, appreciate everyone being here. It's a really good turnout. I mean, for some of my streams, it's pretty good. Especially we're not even 20 minutes in, just shy of 20 minutes. Thank you guys. But yeah, I don't know. I know they're still like testing things out on what's good and what's bad, but like if you want to make something super strong, say on the campaign map, that's totally fine. But then if you make them weak in the battles, whatever, that's fine. But like there's just got to be a balance. I just don't understand the constant back and forth of nerfing this, nerfing that all the time. Alright, he's done, yeah. Ran out of skill points. That's the other thing I wish they would do. Like, just give, like, spellcasters, like, a melee line a little bit, Like, don't necessarily make them insane fighters. Like, maybe 1, 2, and 3 instead of, like, what is it for them? Plus 12, it's just something, like, at least be able to use all of your points instead of having to throw stuff away. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Good. Who? Then it must be in this army. Yep. Hey, Styric, welcome, man. We need more muscle. Wizards, yeah, like just... and again, they don't even need to be, like, strong in melee. Just something to use skill points. Or something like the... The wood elf, like, the red abilities that can... What, like the Dance of Loic and the one that gives, like, melee defense or melee attack, stuff like that. Just abilities that you have to kind of, like, pick and choose one of them. You know, just something. But just having, you know, a handful of skill points not being used is just frustrating. I mean, similar, like, what it's, Cathay is the worst example of that, right? Their heroes have, like, the basic, really basic, sorry, I'm trying to think, skill tree, and they don't end up using, like, 15 of their skill points. I do want to kind of see what Clen Mulder is up to over here, if they move at all. But yeah, I didn't have time to record another Rakarth video, so I will do that after today's stream. So... It's not that I am giving up on it already, because it's actually doing, all things considered, you know, for my channel, it's doing quite well. I looked at the analytics of it today, and people are liking it, so I'm going to keep doing it. I mean, I'm going to anyway. I'm enjoying it so far. Plus, I'm getting a little taste of the Dark Elves, which I got to, like, put in that I never played Dark Elves in Warhammer 2, so... I didn't really like them in Warhammer 2, so I'm just gonna testing them out. Same with like greenskins and whatnot. There are some factions I just despised. Where's Helmgart? Yeah, there are no freaking way. There are no way. Are very strange now. Dark Elves in one faction. I can never get... Like, for me, anyway, like, I didn't really think their slave mechanic was that sophisticated in Warhammer 2, really. So the fact that they made changes to it, I was like, whatever, right? But, like, everything that they can do, the High Elves just do so much better, and they can heal their single entities. So I don't know. It's just never been a faction that I've really like cared too much about playing. But I'm trying to have an open mind going in with Warhammer 3, and just, you know, maybe I'll like things, maybe I won't, but I won't know until I try it, basically. Yeah, that's fine. So and like, I've tried out the Tomb Kings. I don't like Tomb Kings personally. I think they're, oh hell yeah. I think they're extremely boring, just personally. So like, I don't play Tomb Kings still. One of the best lords because she reduces all ritual costs in half. Ooh, that's pretty intense. I wonder if we can get all three of them to stay and fight here. Nice. Ooh. Morgul's get barrier now. Mortis engine costing them 42 upkeep a turn. They don't resonate with me. Yeah, me too. I don't really get behind their playstyle either. Do they have any... They do have breath attacks that we gotta look out for. But they don't have any, like, bound spells, or Wind of Death would be the big one. No. Okay. Ah, for the lazy. This is actually not bad. especially because we'll replenish. I don't understand people who like Tomb Kings. They're like, I don't know, like, and I get the appeal of them because of the Tomb Kings. Like, I get why people like them, but they're just incredibly, like, I'm a very cautious player, right? Very, very cautious player. You know, like, these suck. Those suck. Yeah, it's okay. You know, like, I'm not one that's like me in a Scarbrand campaign. I'm definitely out of my element being that aggressive. But like Tomb Kings are even slow for me. Like I can't enjoy Tomb Kings, and I've tried. It's not that they're weak necessarily. You know, if you play them a certain way, they're definitely strong. But I cannot get behind them. I just can't.
A glorifying act.
If you're they just know me. We get it. You like murder and blood. You're so edgy. Which, you know, it's not going to be for everyone, and unfortunately, it's not a faction for me. But I want to try them out again. Like I never really played them in Warhammer 2, so maybe I'll like them in Warhammer 3. But I won't know unless I try. So we'll give them a shot, and if I like them, great. And if I don't, then I'm not. You know, I'm not missing out on anything then.
The gods smile.
Alright, yep, just keep going down his blue line first. Do not even know that Cetro rules. I don't know. I've never been big on unit caps. I really do not like unit caps, and I get there has to be a balance if you're gonna have free armies. You know, there has to be some sort of balance. I totally get that. Do Fireball first. But it's just not for me. I don't enjoy how they play. So, you know... it's not a faction that I enjoy. Same with Bretonnia. It's just not something I will enjoy. And trust me, you don't want to watch me play them, because I am terrible at them. So, it works out, you know? It just works out. Alright. Alright. No matter what they bring at me here, we'll win. We'll probably have to fight the next one manually because I was lazy here, but we'll be fine regardless.
Do not mistake me for a fool.
Hey, do you want Gisero next? Yeah, just had to give him a turn.
To repulsive gods.
I am that guy. That's good enough.
I will.
Two humans are good for someone beginning. Right, and I don't know. It's just really slow for me. Like, slow for me is typically a bad sign for a faction. Hey, do you want Ileheart?
Hovers close to my blade. Utter your demand
No.
before I...
Alright.
The demonic host.
Did they really? Where is Clan Mulder? Clan Mulder is going on steroids right now. They are down here. Holy shit. Okay. That's fine. Luckily, we got an army that can handle that. I also kind of want to deal with the Wood Elves. And I need to deal with the Wood Elves. They don't have anybody here. Oh, they do, but not for much longer. Alright. Let's take care of these guys first. Yeah, slow. One of the fastest expansions. Like, I don't know. They're just... I really hate unit caps. I just do not like them. I get why, like, the Warriors of Chaos have them for their demon units. Like, I get that, but, you know, you have a whole roster that you can instantly recruit. You know, depending on some situation. So, I get there has to be that balance. Again, I totally understand that, but it's just not something for me, and I just don't like it. Hey JDM, welcome man. Been on a gunpowder binge recently, enjoying Kislev via Chelsea, especially even if they're really efficient. That's another faction I need to give another go because Kislev 1 is in a really tough position right now, just with enemies and whatnot. But they're just a faction I thought, like, it's weird because it's a faction that uses hybrid infantry with missiles, has decent magic, and typically that stuff I really enjoy using. And it's just a faction that I'm really like meh about. I don't dislike them, but I don't like get really excited to play a Kislev campaign. Oh yeah. Not that it's a big deal, but alright. Took me a while to get in them, but now I really enjoy them. And yeah, I might be the same way. I just need to kind of give them a proper run of things again. But we'll see. I do want to play as them again. Let's come here and see if they're just gonna try it, because I don't think they're at war with those guys. Let's see.
Yes?
Yeah, they're not. So they're just gonna try and bypass it. But they're my allies, so they should be pulled into it anyway.
Doctor on call. Never.
Oh, it just hit the threshold, that's why.
I will not love the sick.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Could get another one, but obviously you lose a unit. I don't want to do that. We'll be fine. Hey, welcome. Yeah, welcome, GDM. I hope you're enjoying it, man. Welcome to the channel and stream. Yeah, I appreciate everyone being here. Hope you guys are again having a good Sunday wherever you may be. But yeah, Cathay is. I don't think, like, I wasn't playing Warhammer when Warhammer 1 or Warhammer 2 released. But Cathay is about as bare bones as can possibly be. And it's, I don't know. Like, Cathay is strong. I like playing as Cathay, but they're kind of like how I felt with Kairos before the Warriors of Chaos got their update and the Champions of Chaos DLC came out, in the Realms of Chaos, where it just felt like a very incomplete faction. Like, they're good, they're really strong, but it's very like incomplete, bare boned. Which obviously, you know, DLC, FOCs, all that stuff will come in eventually and kind of fill in the gap. Same thing that happened like with the Skaven. But right now, like, they're strong. I enjoy them, but there are some situations where I'm just like, oh my god, like, they're definitely missing something here. Like, you know. I've been playing launch day since Warhammer. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, I've played Total War my whole life. I started back when I was a kid, like 6 or 7, playing Rome Total War, and then like Medieval 2. But then I kind of got out of PC gaming and like played PS2 and like Xbox 360, you know, that kind of stuff. And we're gonna kick your fucking ass. You can stay out. And then it wasn't until after college when I got back into PC gaming again, And then I was, you know, I went back to what I knew, which was Total War. And oh shit. And so I started playing like Medieval 2 again, started playing like Divide and Conquer, that mod. And then I started what I bought 3 Kingdoms. I bought Rome, like Rome 2, Attila, played them for a little bit, and I was like, you know, that's okay, but it's not great. And then in 20 whenever the COVID pandemic like really became a pandemic, like it was right before a bunch of like it really started spreading, is when I found Legend's channel, and I started watching Legend like after work, just his VODs. And I was like, okay, like I was still playing like Medieval 2 and whatnot, but then I started like checking out Warhammer. And so I started playing, I bought Warhammer 2, and then slowly, you know, got the DLCs and everything like that, and I've been hooked ever since. So, get a Skin Wolf hero called Lupus. Hey, thank you for JDM for the subscription, man. Glad you're enjoying it. Just override it, yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, look at the best example of like them holding stuff out is Skaven, in my opinion, because I played Skaven, like when I started playing Warhammer 2, I didn't get many of the DLC, so I played Skaven without the weapons team DLC for a little bit, and I was like, wow, these guys are absolute dog shit. And then I can't remember what campaign it was, and I watched Legend play them with a weapons team, and I was like, yeah, I gotta get that DLC, and it's a night and day difference. You know, playing with that DLC and then not having that DLC. If you got problems, install mods. Yeah, mods are great. Mods are great, but I try not to use mods to justify fixing a problem. I like to, like in Warhammer 2, right? I had my fill of Warhammer 2 like regular content, so I tried the SFO mod and enjoyed it. Like I like using mods to enhance the game, not to make up for lack of something. Which it's fine. Like I'm not against people who play with mods on a consistent basis. That's not what I'm saying by any means. But I don't like using regular mods to fix a problem. I did that with the Realms of Chaos, and I didn't enjoy it, but I also hated the Realms of Chaos campaign. So, I love the CA franchise. I've played a lot of Total War games. I love Total War in general. I like the strategy behind it. I like the battles. I just really like it. But yeah, well, the thing was too, like, I thought like Warhammer was just a fiction game, but I didn't realize it had like lore behind it, you know, like Lord of the Rings and like stuff like that. So I'm still learning a lot of the lore behind things, as well as, you know, learning, you know, for a while learning how to really play Warhammer. Thurot does play really well without weapons teams. Yes, he does. Yeah, which I never miscasted a bunch anyway, but that is... It's like... It's something like, it's something that didn't need to be, like, touched or reworked, so why did they mess with it, you know? Same thing with, like, the towers. Like, I know I've talked about it a little bit already, but I don't understand. Like, it was something that wasn't bad. It worked well. You have a super strong faction, they have weaker towers because their units can make up for the strength. You have a weaker faction stat-wise, they get better towers so they can defend things. Like, it was a good balance. Why wreck that balance? But yeah, definitely, it's, you know, it's... Alright, if you want, well, he's gonna regen, isn't he? Yeah, he regenerates. Oh, so you can miscast with no miscast chance? So you just have no chance of actually hurting yourself? I thought it was the other way around, where you were constantly damaging yourself. Check your spell. 35%.
Moving.
Yeah, I have overcast versions. Didn't mess with... It's a small big brain with game code and change miscast modifiers to 0. I think I did. I think he does have 15%. Nope, you don't need to go into melee. Alright, you spread the filth. I'm pretty sure I did. Let's black coach. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, just have him do damage. If it gets really bad, we actually need to get rid of him.
Yes, kill them.
He will cause major issues.
At your command.
Miss him a little bit, but nice. People don't know what they want sometimes. I remember when Warhammer 2 came out, there was a big uproar. There were no settlement battles. People didn't like field battles. Oh god. Alright, yeah, get you out. Alright, were the lords already dead?
Moving.
That'll bail him out.
Ruinous powers rejoice. Going. I serve the beast. Moving.
Good. Go to healing. Tell you what I can do is... Where'd that Mortis engine go? There's no way we killed it. Oh, it's up here already.
I don't fail.
Alright, kill the Mortis engine.
Tear flesh. Spill blood.
I say we're regenerating faster than he's doing damage to us, which is kind of what I thought would happen. What the hell? Why you keep going into melee, dude? I mean, Cathay or ogres. I'm not a big ogre fan, so I'm not sure what the issue is with ogres.
My magic is ready. Reality bends. Chaos sorcerer.
Yeah, ogres is a faction too that they're not a bad faction. They're just I'm not big into how they play.
Blessings of war. Chaos is magic.
This is very risky.
Balefire.
Apparently the Empire getting a second. Oh, the Empire, from what I've understood, needs it badly though too.
Balefire.
Yeah, I haven't touched the Empire just because of all the negative things I've been hearing about it. So.
Sorceress might. At your command. Dragon of Blade. Chaos sorcerer.
Staying in it a little bit.
The gods are pleased.
Let's get a cyst blown up on him. Ogres are super weak. They're fun but super weak. Bad lords. Yeah, it's my thing is with it, and I've played as them. My thing is I don't like the fact that you can't like up and move your camps. Like it's really frustrating when you spend, you know, all this money into a camp, and then you have to backtrack like 3 provinces to get your next army moving forward, right? Like you constantly have to. It's kind of like old Total War games where you have to send your troops back, you know, like 4 or 5 settlements to retrain because they don't naturally retrain, or you can't retrain them, you know, in a certain area, right? Like you have to go all the way back to get those troops, and you can't like just. And the thing is, like, it's a camp. You should be able to, whether they spend money or whatever, like spend say like $5,000, right? It costs $5,000, and they let you pick up that camp, leave it as it is, and you can settle it like someplace else. I think that would be that'd be a simple but huge fix to the ogres being able to do that. But you know, disbanding it now just completely destroys it. You know what I mean? And that's just not good in my opinion. Just not good.
Chaos sorcerer.
So it's I don't know. Let's push in.
Exalted hero of Nurgle.
Good. Get him out. Good. Just like that, we're fine.
Exalted hero of Nurgle. Our father, behold!
Change that they're in a meta race they can't move. Exactly. Like they're a yeah. Exactly. They're a nomadic type race and they can't move their camps. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like at all.
Chaos sorcerer. War is all. Putrefaction on them.
Nice. Just keep healing a little bit. Oh shit. He'll be fine. Good stuff. They'll probably still, you know, respawn or whatever after the end of the turn, but it's fine. See camps and cities, how you choose where to build. New camps you need to buy mobility scooter DLC. It's hard to get up once you sit down. Oh god. Like it's again, that's like part of the it's another faction that I feel like it's not there yet, and I don't get it. Like I don't, you know, it's fine if they want to leave some gaps, you know, for DLCs for heroes, but you can't have it to this extent where they're just incredibly missing things. It's just really frustrating. The thing is, like, they took the time to rework a lot of skill trees, but vampire counts, Cathay, very bare bone skill trees for their heroes still. But they've taken the time to adjust other faction skill trees, so it's just frustrating. I know what you mean. There's just no reason to play ogres. They're no fun. And I get that some people love them. I do. But I don't know. Not for me. And it's not that I wouldn't enjoy them down the road. It's just right now, it's just not for me.
Festus, the leech.
Yeah, they revived almost all of their fucking troops. See, I'm pretty sure too, I don't know if you guys know this, I'm like 90% sure that when you do the whatever ultimate crisis activates, that faction gets like all of their techs unlocked. I could be wrong. I could just be shit out of luck, but I let the ultimate crisis happen early in this campaign. It happened on turn 33. The Wood Elves at that point got all of like the amber techs completed. All of them got like the fire resistance, which is an amber thing. They got the Uberry infusion, which is a ultimate crisis factions have full tech unlocked. Okay, it's kind of what I figured, because I was like, oh, that's fucking nice. Alright, get rid of you. Ooh, alright, we gotta be careful with them.
I love getting specimens alive.
I probably missed that memo, but yeah.
Technique.
Just leave him here, I guess. But yeah, they're on their tail end of things.
I've sold to Sully.
And he's already, yep, a exalted hero.
Moving pestilence.
Yeah, vigor loss
A
reduction.
glorifying act.
Get out of my settlement. My favorite faction, Widows are good fun. Yeah. You know, I haven't played her in Warhammer 3 yet. But, and obviously Durthu is obviously a tree, right? So I'm not gonna ignore that fact. But for alright, that's done, which is good. Alright, let's get his magic done now. For a tree lord that is supposed to buff tree units and get access to trees really early on, Drika is fucking terrible at it. Because she can't increase the capacity for her heroes the way that every other Wood Elf faction can. And so it's, for me anyway, it's a deal breaker playing her faction, because I know I can get better in other factions.
Excellent.
But yeah, Treekin are fucking almost unstoppable. You get, what, 20% ward save, like 20% physical resistance. You can almost cap out their missile resistance as well. Do the factions affected by the ultimate crisis attack each other? As far as I can tell, no. They basically go. They don't go for your settlements. I shouldn't say that. But like because the Wood Elf armies have been going to my settlements, but like the other ones, like the Vampire Counts, the Greenskins, the Dwarves, they've all just been like heat-seeking my armies. So I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, they've for the most part they've kind of ignored other factions. It's pretty much the level of anti-player bias that there was in Warhammer 2. That's probably the easiest way to describe that. Is if you, which is why yesterday I was saying I'll probably never do the Ultimate Crisis mode again, because it gives me hardcore Warhammer 2 anti-player bias vibes. So it's not that people won't enjoy it. It's just not for me. But I basically wanted to try it out. That way I could say I've done it. But yeah, definitely after this campaign, I probably won't ever do it again.
demonic host ascended.
Had a lot of fun playing the Spirit Shine Infection with Mixie Locker. For some reason, they get a Wargore hero, and Ariel joins them too after the first tree quest. That's funny. Alright.
An affront to a right.
Yeah, we gotta do something about the Wood Elves. How many settlements do these guys have left? 3. Okay. And I'll vassalize as many people as I can just to give myself a little bit of like a barricade from other people. Not just the BS, but if you go early game crisis, you need factions that can do it. Yeah, like, yeah, I'm just, like, it's definitely a challenge, but it's that repetitive, like, grindy, like, you know, it's why I didn't play long campaigns in Warhammer 2, because it gets to that point in Warhammer 2 where the Order Tide forms, or the Chaos Invasion happens, right? And then you're just fighting the same battle over and over. You kill one army, the enemy creates, you know, 2 or 3 more within 3 or 4 turns that have gold tier experience. Like, it's just never ending, and it's just it's a very annoying grind. Like, it's not enjoyable for me. I don't mind it right now as much as I did in Warhammer 2, but still, at the end of the day, I'm not like, fuck yeah, the ultimate crisis mode happened, you know. Nice. So we got fear, whatever, but I got the gifts. That's the big thing. All right, they are. They're coming for me, that's for sure.
Agreed. Mortals will clear. Expedite.
See, coming in, just keep coming down into ambush stance.
They will be dominated. I have risen.
Good. Is potato level? Oh yeah. But again, it's not that it's difficult. It's just grindy. You know, like you don't get any like bonuses for doing it. It's something you have to do because it's gonna be right there in your face. You know, it's not something you just bypass. It's gonna be there, and you have to deal with it. Good. Puke. Purple Sun is fucking garbage. They need to redo that spell as well. Man, I didn't even put tech on because I thought I was gonna get some students, and here I am with no fucking students. It's fine. What unique gift of chaos? What unique gift of chaos Festus gets? Like Spear of Valkia? I don't know. I haven't gotten anything for him yet. Yeah, nothing's like popped up, so I'm not sure what he gets. I don't know at what turn like you have a chance of getting it, or if you could get it on turn 1. I have no idea. But I haven't gotten anything that's been jaw-dropping. I don't think it's any in any victory condition either. Yeah.
By the comet.
The other thing though is I feel like with the Festus campaign they got to do something with the infections, because you don't have a real reason to spend a bunch of them. Like Kugath, you can constantly be using them, but like you can find ways to constantly use them, and
No, I will not share.
you don't really need a bunch of infections with Festus. All right, we'll have to fight it manually, just because I'm damaged from a few fights earlier. So. I think a better fix for the in-game crisis is to randomly pick 5 races and give them massive economy bonuses. I'm just not a big fan on the Ultimate Crisis in general. Like, I don't know. I think if they want to do some end-game kind of thing, it's got to be just different from what it already is. Like, just redo it. Didn't you get souls? I don't know. I'll have to look at it, but I don't think so. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. It's a weird take. Usually they spawn you over here. It's fine. It won't matter. We'll thin them out with some magic and then go on in. I mean, if that's the case, it would explain it a little bit, I guess. But again, like, I've never, other than at the start of the campaign, I've never been in a situation where I'm almost running out of infections. Because you get, I mean, you can do a minor city battle and get, like, 200 to 300 infections right there. You know. Just putting them in the forest just so they don't get hit for now. But yeah, it's just, you know, you can basically, as in a Festus campaign, you can never spend them fast enough. You know, like, you're never like, oh, I can't do this because I don't have enough infections. It's more like, I have too many infections, I don't know what to do with them, kind of thing. Yeah, I'm glad I'm hiding because those towers are fucking insane. Come on.
Very good.
Nope, don't go into melee.
Take this, mortals! Moving!
There's the grave guard. Nice.
Death!
Nice. Oh, go the other way, go the other way. Damn it. It's alright. Alright, let's slowly start moving them up. Alright, let's let our magic generate here a little bit. Yeah, what are you guys' favorite factions so far in the game? I'm kind of curious. What do you guys, you know, not just necessarily something that you need to get to yet, but what's something where if you're like in a lull in Warhammer 3, and it doesn't have to be a Warhammer 3 faction, but just what's something that you're like, okay, I'm in a lull or I'm in a rut, I'm going to play this faction to kind of get me back in the groove of things. Okay, those towers are shit. Tomb Kings. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Slanesh Sisters. Those are some good choices for sure. I'm gonna try and give the Tomb Kings another chance. I want to do good by them on my part, and not just kind of not give it a proper go, if that makes sense. But man, right now I don't know. And I could just be playing them entirely wrong. I have no idea. But it's just, I don't know. Hey Bertrand, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. You know, and for that matter, anyone new to the channel today, welcome, guys. Appreciate you being here. Wood elves are very quickly becoming one of my favorite races as well. Not that they were like bad in Warhammer 2, military-wise, but now that they've changed things, you know, with how supply lines and just general, like, they've upgraded the faction mechanics now for like Orion and Durthu and whatnot. They've just done a really good job of bringing the rest of them up to speed, in my opinion. Oh yeah, Skaven are definitely one of my top 5 as well. Probably Skaven, Warriors of Chaos, Wood Elves are my top 3 right now. They're so freaking fun, in my opinion. Alright, we've thinned them out quite a bit. Yeah, we gotta get them off this freaking tower. It clicks with me. Alright, yeah, maybe I just need to do a little more due diligence on my end, I'm sure. Come on. Actually, let's get you guys to come up there and attack those skeleton spearmen. And the rest of you just come in here. Alright, you, let's delete who? They're gonna move, so hold up on that.
Sorcerer, if the gods bid it, bloodthirsty. Blessings of war.
Alright, right here. Best faction in the game. I'll have to, I keep, each time I ask questions like that, people keep bringing up Tomb Kings. So I gotta be either playing them wrong, which is a very, very likely thing that I'm doing, or I'm just missing something, and I just need to play them more and figure out what I'm doing wrong. Beastmen, any faction where I don't have to worry about managing loads of settlements. Beastmen are all a very fun race. They're really fun, but I also get bored of them really quickly just because of how quickly you more or less destroy everybody so quickly. Hey Bixie, also welcome, man. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, got a few new names here in the channel today, or in the stream today. So thank you guys for being here. Good. Alright, we gotta be close to the army losses here at this point. Too powerful. Yeah, like, it's just, like, they're really fun, but they're just not fun for long, because it's like, really just too easy to get powerful. Especially once you unlock some other lords, like because it's so easy to get them, right? Really, like, you can just play whatever. It's not really like I think of it like this. It's not the lore that you want to play because you can get all of them. It's just what faction mechanics do you like the best. So, like, depending if you like Malagor's faction mechanics the best or Torox's, like, whatever, because you can just easily confederate the other ones eventually. So it's not like you're, you know, you're not trying for 30, 40, 50, whatever odd turns trying to get a confederation. Yeah. Let's see if I can get another heal on him. Hopefully before those Graveguard disintegrate too fast. But good. Die, clown. Nice. Good stuff. I need to do another, I need to play a Skrulk too. I haven't played Skrulk yet. Tomb Kings, everything is free, what's not to like. And the lore behind them is awesome as well. I need to do more lore stuff. I usually play with a legendary lore mod, so each time you recruit a unit for the first time or take a settlement, it has a little blurb about, you know, that unit, that settlement, that lord, like whatever it may be. But I haven't reactivated it since the last patch. But I'm just, again, I'm not a big fan of unit caps. And again, I know it's there to balance the faction out, but I just really don't like unit caps. Really, I'm a big fan of Necrons at 40k, but don't care for Tomb Kings in Fantasy. Tomb Kings got much better in Warhammer 3. Their economy in Warhammer 2 was based on free building, demolishing. And that's, I think, in Warhammer 2, one reason why I didn't like them. Like, I will cheese occasionally. Like, I'm not going to say I am a anti-cheeser, because I'm definitely not. But I don't like having to cheese to that extent to make something enjoyable or fun, if that makes sense. You know, I want to be able to, like, play a campaign and have fun with it, and if I cheese to make something stronger, that's great. You know, it's official. Yeah, I noticed, and I haven't played them since that change. You don't like unit camps, but you like Warriors of Chaos. Don't they have caps? Their demon units have caps, sort of, but you can potentially, like, they have caps, but they don't have caps, if that makes sense. Like, for the regular units, like Chaos, Warriors, Marauders, Warhounds, that kind of stuff, like, you're only capped by the recruitment pool. So, like, once you get 1 out of 1, you know, you can't recruit anymore at that time until it replenishes. Same thing with the gifted units. Like, I can't get more than 4 right now because I'm out of 4, but all I would have to do is recruit them and then get them out, you know. But yeah, you can only have like 6 in that army. But again, like, I'm saying like, because this refills, Tomb Kings ones don't refill. You know what I mean? Wow, I didn't get any students there. That's unfortunate. Let's see. I would like to get more campaign movement range.
Ready to experiment.
Kolak running with 3 to 4 Nurgle heroes and other speed dragon ogres feels good. Oh, I bet. I haven't played a campaign as him yet. There's a lot of campaigns I haven't played yet. I have about just under 1,000 hours in the game, and I haven't played too many factions. Alright, blue line's done.
Glorious tools of chaos.
What's the weakest faction? Weakest faction. I'd wager Lizardmen, maybe. I don't know. I feel like depending on how you look at it, it could be a few. Vampire. I haven't played Vampire Coast yet, but I feel like they're still fairly weak. On what ground are the Lizardmen weak? Faction mechanics, for one, other than Cult of Sotek. And it's just based on my opinion. Dinosaurs are great and all, but not when they rampage. Their source units are dwarf level slow. Their cav, like, their Velociraptor cav, are sort of meh. Their skink skirmishers are meh. Their economy is meh. Like, they're okay, but they're not like, I don't know. They're not, I don't know. They're just meh, I guess. Like, statistic-wise, yeah, they're pretty strong, but other than that. Alright.
I will not disgrace my ancestors. No, I will not shame my plan.
Shit. Oh, shit. Fuck yeah. Alright, let's upgrade you. Dwarfs. I'm gonna need armor piercing. Side grade. Tough cut. In what age you have dinos with rampage? What do you mean what age? I mean,
I am all your nightmares.
why do you hate me?
Speak, and I
Oh, because I vassalized Marienburg? You only have 2 settlements?
The fecundite.
Man, if that was his last settlement, I'd totally vassalize the bitch. Where are your last 2 settlements? Last offenders. Speaking of, they're about to die. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Did I pass it? Yeah, I did. 3. Okay. What am I missing? How do you have 3? I don't know. Weird. Get the trait? Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. He's gonna declare war on me anyway, right? He fucking hates me.
Do not try to tempt or threaten me.
By the light, you are a guest in my realm. You will act like it, or I will strike you down. You are shrewd.
Get some money out of it, you know? Oh man, he's so good. Get fucked. Oh, that hurt a little bit, but that's alright. Yeah, take the replenishment. Nice. Yes, sir.
Revealed all.
You cannot deceive the
Oh shit. I need to, I have a gift I need to activate. Ooh, I could get Chaos Furies. Just Just kidding. That actually wouldn't be terrible because he doesn't need any experience anymore. So giving more to the other lords would be good. Yeah, do that one. Just for the time being, anyway. Oh, yeah, souls for plagues. Battles, looting. Yes, events and plagues, you're right. You're right. Okay, in that case...
The Empire.
Good call, Lagoma, good call. In that case... not that that really matters. No, like, spread other places? No? Okay. I guess do control. Let it spread. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Okay, okay. No, because he can't heal them yet. So just hold up on that for now. Oh, I'm gonna shred that fucking army to pieces. Yeah, I definitely need to get some more dark fortresses because money. But yeah, the dwarves are trying to cause some problems. He needs a spellcaster bad. He's got fire. He's got fire. Alright, one of you needs to come help out this guy. Probably him. That way he can start actually doing some fighting himself. Yeah, I'm gonna take Chimerax, or however you say that dude's name. Excuse me. And then we're gonna go north into Norska. But tell you, actually, once this finishes going through the end turn, I'm gonna run out and grab some coffee quick. Get bushed, bitch. That's fine. I would say for the Ultimate Crisis thing that they should change, if a faction is dead, they should stay dead. Or if you vassalize them, that vassal should stay your vassal. Because it gives me the... which I haven't... I think Mercy the Madden's playing the Marcus Wolfhart campaign, I think. But it just gives me the Marcus Wolfhart campaign for Warhammer 2 vibes, where you're expanding, you're doing fine, and then a giant lizardman army pops in, takes like 3 or 4 of your settlements, and you don't have time to defend it. Or don't have time to, like, you know, recruit an army and defend that area because you weren't expecting that to happen. Obviously, you know that's going to happen with the Ultimate Crisis mode now, but it's just annoying. You know, depending on the faction, like Warriors of Chaos, it doesn't matter as much because you can recruit an army in 2 seconds. You know, depending on the region. But other factions, it's going to take a little longer to recruit that. I I don't know how this is a valiant defeat. But there's no way I would win that. Or, yeah, there was no way. There is no way. We could easily wipe out that army, though. We kill that lord, and the rest of them will rout because none of them are on the ground now. But yeah, there was no way I was going to win that. I would imagine the next update is going to be around Thanksgiving. It's either going to be Thanksgiving or Christmas. Oh yeah, auto-resolve sometimes is drunk. But it's definitely something, yeah, like Vukoma was just saying, they're definitely going to change that. And if they don't, I don't know why. Don't really like channeling staff, but tell you what, Festus would actually benefit from the brass cleaver. You can have Sword of Bloodshed.
Certainly not.
You need to back up, I think, until he gets this fire mage. Yeah, let's just start coming up this way anyway. We can take on the dwarves on our way up there. Loves armor. It loves Chosen and Chaos Warriors. Turn gold AR. Yeah. Yeah. There are some things that don't make sense on what it values.
I follow Zinch alone.
I kind of have my pick. Do I want to wipe out? 150 armor. Everything is fine. What do? Oh yeah, 142. RIP. But alright, he's now got a mostly chosen army.
Cease.
So he's got another army there, plus this one. He's not going anywhere, and he's not a threat. That one's not really a threat either, but he needs to go on the Manticore now. Because he needs to do some zooming around now that we don't have the fire mage here. Yep, that's fine. In case he gets stuck into melee. Might as well. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I have one, or had it. I think it's iron that gives it like 10 armor. Okay, so is higher armor than chosen. Jesus. All right, good. That'll be good for Lord Recruit rank. Looking like. Yeah, they did a really good job with it, David, for sure. For sure. Training's fine. Really don't know what to get this guy anymore.
Excellent.
Well, I'm glad I didn't waste those soul grinders. Good. Mentor is really good ability, really good addition to the game. Win a battle with 2,000 kills. He'll get there. Another spellcaster. Has he not like launched the battle?
I will not disgrace my ancestors.
Alright, well he's gonna come down here and try and take that, so let's go right there. He'll get that one.
Don't think so.
Here's another one. Tusk provide weapon strength for Chaos Warrior units. See what they do here. See if he comes this way. That's a pretty strong army though too. Get Forsaken, they run fast. I'm sort of mad by Forsaken. They're really freaking squishy. They got how much? They got a little bit of, I don't know. Again, I could definitely be using them wrong, but let's give you the physical resistance one as well. Most of my units are divided, or yeah. Other than the mages. Oh, no.
Yes.
Alright. And then you. What do I want to do with you? Again, that one's really easy. He's not a threat. That's a bigger threat. I still don't know where his third settlement is at. Jesus, look at that. Yeah, because Grombrindle destroyed Malekith. But yeah, the dwarves are having a good time. Greenskins are almost dead. Skaven, holy balls. Holy cow. Look at that. The Sentinels. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Good for Skrulk. Good for him. I think we take this guy out. We'll have enough to reach him. Yep. We'll fight that one manually, just so we don't take much damage. Honestly, Archeon or Bellicor, who's strongest as a faction? Pixie says Archeon. I don't know. Because they're both really good legendary lords. They have really good faction mechanics. I don't know. I would wager, my bet would be Bellicor. His Shadow Portal ability, like mechanic, is amazing. Also, him being able to have 0 cooldown on all of his spells is amazing. Via his cooldown in his special skill tree, his regular like skills, putting 2 points into them, and then also getting the cooldown, 25% cooldown in the Gift of Chaos from Sinch. Really, really good. But and he's really strong in melee. I mean, they're both really good in melee. They're both good casters. I think it just kind of really it'd probably just be personal preference, I guess. You know, in all honesty, but
Chaos sorcerer.
all right, let's.
Chosen of Nurgle.
But yeah, I would wager Bellicor because there's really, again, they're both good like casters. They're both really good in melee. They're the same faction. They get the same units. So really, it would come down to their faction mechanics and what each person will value more important, I guess. Because obviously, Archaon is really good with generating souls with vassals, but Bellicor can also make demon units more viable. So, because he makes them, I think his faction has a 25% upkeep cost reduction. So, I think it just, yeah. I personally would take Bellicor over Archaon. Piss off.
See who wields true power. Going.
Come at me, bro. They probably could do it. Like, look at that. I probably could. Let's just bring these three out and see how it goes.
Taking action.
That way we heal, get some magic pop down on them. I'm with you, Vacoma. Let's test it out. Because I can always bring these guys in, right? Yeah, I think chariots, single entity chariots are really fucking bad. You need chariots to be able to like have multiple chariots to knock a ton of the enemies down. And just one of them, they just get stuck in the blob too easily. I like them on their chaos steeds are pretty good. Get some extra health, get some extra charge bonus, speed, that kind of thing. Come at me, bro. Oh shit. Alright, let's slow it down a little bit. Oh, kill the dragon, that's who's hitting me.
Chaos sorcerer. I wield forces from the god of magic.
Which the nice thing is you don't have to wait a turn in Warhammer 3 for them to like have their like mounts apply. I really like that addition in Warhammer 3.
Chaos sorcerer.
Oh, you better not come for me, boy.
Balefire.
The second conjuration.
Oh, I would overcast it, but I don't need to.
Slaughter. Our father, behold.
By the power of Nalgo. 6 many glories.
Reality bends.
Master of plagues.
Exalted hero of days.
Valiant slaughter.
It's the only thing I wish
Chaos
I had more flying units.
I don't
God, look at these freaking things.
Invoking the Fly Lord.
He's actually holding his own. Kind of.
Let us bring about an infernal gateway.
I reckon he could beat this dragon. It would just take forever.
Going. Her father speaks. Invoking the Fly Lord. Elements of chaos. Chaos sorcerer. My magic is ready. Inches boom.
Ring around the rosy.
Ruinous powers rejoice. Exalted hero of Nurgle. Going. I serve the beast. Moving. Honor the dark gods. Going. Executing. Exalted hero of Nurgle. Finch's will. Finch's boom! Blessings of war! Moving! To greatness! Doctor
Good.
Festus! Going! Abomination awakes!
Is he regenerating? No.
Moving!
Ooh, I wonder.
A fine order! Going!
Let's just go around in circles.
Sorcerous might!
Festus.
Show me blood! Blessings of war!
That way he's constantly taking damage as well.
For the changer! Going! Time! Nurgle's
Oh shit.
reckoning.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Moving! Morbid energies! Going!
I think he's being healed occasionally by the corpse cart.
I will rise! Moving! Father, behold! Going! Ruinous powers rejoice!
Nice.
Chaos sorcerer! Moving! Abomination awakes! Going! Pestilent perfection! Clean magic! Moving!
Still got about 30 wins of magic.
Honor the dark gods!
Festus is block type. Yeah, it's kind of like Nurgle.
Going!
He greatly benefits from
Chaos will reign!
infantry like type armies. Whether you want to do
I serve the
trolls, giants, just regular infantry.
Going!
But yeah, his healing elixirs and pestilent ability is really, really good, as well as his like unique item, as well as some. I think we get the contagion upgrade here from a Nurgle gift, and like Kugas faction, it can spread up to I think 5 enemies. So obviously, you know, the more enemies you can infect, the better.
I will rise! Going!
Plus, just like Nurgle's
Sorceress!
not Nurgle's faction, Kugas faction specific.
To greatness!
They benefit from fighting well together.
Taking action! Exalted hero of Nurgle! Our father, behold! Balefire. Elements of chaos. Moving. Sweet butcher.
That one's actually taking a little bit of damage.
Chaos sorcerer. For the changer.
God damn.
Going. A fine order.
I mean, their balance of power is in this freaking dragon.
Moving. Honor the dark gods. Going. Ruinous powers rejoice. Rip out guts. Invoking the Fly Lord.
Which, yeah, you can get the virtually contagion ability on all your lords and heroes. It's really freaking good.
Chaos will
We'll save. We'll take a little more damage.
Going.
That way we can get the healing army ability.
Challenge me. The second conjuration. Moving. To greatness.
You don't have to blob up JDM, but it's
I will
a very strategic thing to do. You know, you're playing into a lord's strengths. So
moving.
it's more of just a why wouldn't you kind of thing. Sort of like playing as dwarves, like why wouldn't you get the dwarven artillery kind of thing. He keeps missing. I'm just gonna bring these guys out and see if that causes the army losses.
I serve the beast. Going. But exalted hero of Nurgle. Master.
Shit, that's gonna hit. That's gonna hit. I thought they adjusted the
magic.
freaking leadership. Like he just the one skeleton spear that just refuses to break. What is this?
Blessings of war.
Shit.
A fine order.
Say like I doubt I even had to like breathe on the guy.
Doctor Festus.
Jeez, we had to kill everything.
Personified. Looking specimen.
Nice. Alright, just fly around. Like what's going on? You've been army lost. Thank you. Jesus. It's and the heroes too. All of the heroes and most of the lords of magic that Festus can get all benefit from the enemy doing the same thing. Metal magic, Searing Doom is really good. Pit of Shades is really good for a blob type formation. The Nurgle heroes, like I don't ever like really change my Nurgle heroes. I always give them like the defensive, like the leadership and defense buff they provide, and also the healing buff in an area that they can provide, or not the buff, the healing ability. So it's sort of like why I think Kugas faction is actually really good. If you take each little piece individually, like yeah, they're all they're all relatively weak. If you take each piece, by itself, but you put all of Kugas like abilities together, right? If you take their army, you take their faction mechanics, they take their battle mechanics, you take the debuffs, the buffs you can provide, you put all of those together, and they make them really strong. And that's another reason why, like, when you go into a battle and it has the pre-battle screen, the game will probably give you, playing as Nurgle, a really shitty auto resolve. Like estimate because your units base stats as Kugath are really shitty, right? But you go into the battle, you can, if you have Nurglings as Kugath, right, you can give them 2 types of regeneration. They get the Cloud of Flies ability when they're in melee, which doesn't apply right now. They get the leadership abilities that Kugath can get. The heroes can get them, so they get the Chaos Commander. They can get the Lord one, the stand or die ability. So like, there's just a lot of in battle buffs and debuffs that can go on in a battle that auto resolve doesn't factor in. Honestly, if they're with Festus, you can go better melee stats or reduced armor or local. Yeah, like it just. And I think, like I get why people don't enjoy Nurgle or Festus as much because they're slower, especially like Kugath's faction. They're slower units. They don't have insane stats. You're not going to see that. But you have to use every little piece of the puzzle to make it work. You can't just spam single entities and be fine. Like, you have to actually have, a strategic game plan in mind with it, He, I guarantee you, has Wind of Death at this point. What? Level 30 and he doesn't have Wind of Death? Or am I just missing it? He's got to have Wind of Death. What about you? Okay, he's on a dragon. None of them have Wind of Death. Oh, you silly boys. Silly, silly boys. Oh, yeah. AI was just like, fuck this. He is Gandalf. He is not a mage. Yeah, no kidding. He drunk Gandalf. Alright, after this, I'm gonna get my coffee. I keep saying that, and then I just keep playing. But yeah, I appreciate everyone being here, guys. Thank you. It's been a great turnout. Thank you, guys. We don't even need to hide this time. I reckon we could do this. I reckon we could do the exact same thing we just did and be fine. But we just don't have a lot of trees to hide units. Plus, it'll just make it go by faster if we do that. But yeah, I would say this is his initial army, but none of these units have experience, so I imagine he just raised all of this over the end turn. Ooh, with their dragon though, they got 6 breath attacks, so I can waste at least 2 of them. Yeah. What about over here? Okay. Alright, why can't you hide? You no longer hiding? Well, I was looking at it on the campaign map, and it was a little deceiving. Like, what do you know? Creative Assembly saying the AI will make better recruitment decisions. It's not that they make better recruitment decisions. It's that they basically gave the AI Warhammer 2 economy cheats. So it's not that they're necessarily making better decisions. It's just that they can afford more things now. So they don't, so Clan Eshin or whatever won't be recruiting, Skaven slaves at turn 80. They'll actually recruit stronger units. But the AI still has the stupid, you know, still have the stupid mindset to recruit whatever they recruit, and it doesn't make sense. It's just that they can afford more random things now. I don't know why he can't hide. I don't know. But yeah, I want to get the dragons to waste a dragon breath or two. And they'll like both set up right over here. I will say, I'm playing an Imrit campaign in my own time, and the AI does love, the AI Skaven love the weapons teams. So it's a little different actually having to deal with a weapons team type army. Like, I went up against one that had actually like 3 mortars in it, some catapults, some rattling guns. I mean, the Vermintide armies are like almost straight up weapons teams with like plague monks or storm vermin. So they got 9 technically because the Terrorgeist has one too. Yeah, the AI Skaven, like, most of the time, oh shit, most of the time it's not a big deal. But like, if they want to, like, I mean, it's just random that they actually recruit those types of units, but they won't fuck around. Nice. Nice. We wasted 3. That's awesome. 3 on 1 unit. That's fantastic.
Chaos Sorcerer. Master of Plagues.
Yeah, take your time. I just gotta do it close enough where they'll want to turn around and do it. Because they killed like 100 and about 100 of their own units with that. All right. Good. Yeah, take your time. Take your time. Hang out. Have a beer. All right. Honestly, I don't even care if they hit their own units. I just want them to waste one. And they are. Nice. So yeah, we wasted 6. That's awesome. And now you'll see why. Like, granted, I do have Chosen and Aspiring Champion, so like, it's not that my units are really fucking weak, right? Like, obviously, this is a very strong army in melee. But you'll see if they end up surrounding, you'll see why doing this is so beneficial playing as Kugath and Festus, which honestly I never have understood people's, you know, some people be like, oh, it's so boring, all you do is blob up from time to time. Like okay, when you play as dwarves, what kind of armies do you recruit? Do you recruit their artillery every time? Yeah, then what's the difference? Because, like, I get that it may be boring for people. I'm not saying that. I totally understand that part. But, like, saying, like, oh, all they do is benefit from a blob. It's like, okay, dwarves benefit from artillery. The Empire benefit from Hailstorm rocket batteries. Vampire accounts benefit from having really strong lords and having weak infantry. You know, that kind of thing. Like, saying, like, oh, this is boring because you only, like, they benefit from this tactic. Like, okay. Like, I hated Warhammer 2 vampire accounts because every single time the only thing anyone would ever do is skelly spam. Why? Because it was really smart and efficient, and it made sense because their lords were so strong. And so, like, I don't understand, like, for some factions it's okay, you know, to do that, and other factions it's like the worst thing you could do, and I've never understood that.
Winds of war! Morbid energies. Finch's will.
So dumb. What the hell was the point of that? Right. Like just because Skelly Spam though, like Skelly Spam was a very efficient and effective way to play vampire counts in Warhammer 2. I'm not denying that. But it's also really efficient and smart in general to play into a faction's strengths. Like the only thing you're hurting is yourself if you don't play into a faction's strengths, regardless of what faction it is. Because, like, look, I mean, it's the same thing with Morgar and Beastman. Like, what would people do with Morgar? They would just, you know, especially in sieges, he'd just throw him up underneath a gate and, you know, hit triple speed. You know, like, you didn't have to do anything because it was strong, it was smart, it was a smart decision to do, right? Like I don't know. I just never understood people's, like, how it's okay to say that about some factions, and other factions it's like, oh, that faction sucks because all you do is this. And you can say that about every single faction, that, oh, they're really good at this and it's the only thing that people do because it's so good. And it's like, duh. Like, it's like, oh, you know, it's like playing as the Warriors of Chaos and be like, well, you could get Chosen or Dragon Ogres or stuff like that, but instead I'm just gonna spam Chaos Warhound armies because I want to go against what's really good for them. And it's like, okay, fine, but when you start sucking, don't be mad about it. You know what I mean? Just stand over here so he's constantly doing damage. I don't understand why some people will come and someone stream and criticize how they're playing. Just watch the streamer. Right. And that's the thing is, if you don't want to play that way, you don't have to play that way, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's you can play however you want, you know? As long as you're having fun, that's all that should matter. There's that one quote from the games, and it's like, without them, players will win next. Right. And some people love doing that, and other people don't like doing that. And guess what? It's totally up to you to do that. You know, there is no one telling you a wrong or right way to play the game. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And that's what's good, you know. Like, if you want to play into a faction's strength, great. If you don't want to, great. You know, like, to his or her own. From the 7 people who play multiplayer. Each has their own strategy. Yeah, that's a whole separate argument. And it's not that it's the multiplayer community's fault, but I hate the fact that they have been using, Creative Assembly, I mean, been using multiplayer to try and balance the entire game. They're taking essentially two separate game modes and trying to make them compatible with each other, and it's just never gonna happen. You know, like, it's so stupid that they try and do that.
Speaks. Invoking the Fly Lord.
Nice. Over 60,000 damage, you know, but what do I know? I'm being strategic. But yeah, I mean, I just never understood why for some factions it's okay to play into their strengths, and other factions to have this kind of strength for a faction, for some is okay, and others it's the worst thing you could do because it's so awful. You know, like, it's the same. I mean, in Warhammer 2, I mean, like, I hated it because it was the same thing. Like, it didn't matter if you played the same way, regardless of the legendary lord or faction mechanics, then it's busted in a bad way, and it's not fun for people. Like, you know, playing as in Warhammer 2, didn't matter the Wood Elf Lord you played. Most of the time, all you did was treatment stacks for various reasons. You know, economy-wise, strength-wise, didn't matter who you were playing as, that's what you built. Vampire counts, didn't matter what vampire count lord you were playing as. You Skelly spammed. It was the only thing. It didn't matter. Warriors of Chaos, didn't matter what lord you played as. You were Dragon Ogre Shaggoth spamming. Didn't, you know, it just didn't matter. I don't know. Come on, let's go. Yeah, they're just like, what the fuck do we do? Let's fly over here and give them some love. They seem bored. I don't know what they're doing. I think this is when the AI just doesn't know what to do, and so they kind of give up. Like, they're not even reforming. Hey, kill Kimmler. Unfortunately, the technology does not exist to make a unit behave differently in a single player and multiplayer battle. Right. You know, it is one of those things, but at the same time, I wish. Oh shit! That's why we're taking so much damage. They have a Mortis engine. I didn't mean to select that, but he's about to die. You know, it's not that any one game mode is bad or one's good. It's that, you know, you shouldn't use one to balance out the other, in my opinion. Because you play, like, you don't approach multiplayer the way you would approach a single player campaign, and vice versa. You know, you don't build the same kind of armies in multiplayer that you would in single player because it doesn't work very well. But, you know, be like, oh, it's too strong in multiplayer. Nerf it for everybody. You know, back and forth, you go. RP gamer, then min-maxer. I think you play legendary very hard all the time. Forces you to use certain tactics. Yeah, when I first started streaming, how much did I end up doing? Almost 100,000. When I first started streaming, I was like, okay, I have to play a certain way. I have to play a certain difficulty, or else nobody's gonna watch my content, right? And then I was getting, like, so I did that for like 6 months, and I was getting burnt out and like really hated. I really started to hate Warhammer 2 because of that. Because I was just tired of playing a way that I didn't really enjoy, right? And then, so I started adjusting the difficulty a little bit just because I was tired of the constant AI cheats that were just like, it wasn't that they were getting cheats. I didn't care about that. But it was that it just made it into such a slog and a grind, and it was so annoying for me. And then I decided, hey, I'm going to play for fun, because if someone comes to my channel to a stream or whatever, like, they're going to know I'm playing Total War. They're going to know I'm playing Warhammer. Like, I don't need to play a certain way for them to enjoy that content, because, like, I just want to play to have fun. Because if I'm having fun, then you guys should have fun with it, because at least I'm in a good mood. I'm positive, you know, that kind of thing. So for me personally, like, I found like very hard campaign and hard battles is a really good medium. The AI gets a little bit of quite a bit of campaign cheats. They get a little bit of melee cheats, but you know, Skaven slaves or clan rats aren't beating my chosen units, kind of thing, right? No smarter than just having extra stats. Yeah, exactly. Like very hard, I think is a really good balance for the majority of players. Because again, it gives the AI the edge on the campaign, so they grow faster, they recruit more armies, you know, they do all of that stuff. But on the battlefield, their shitty units aren't destroying your zombies that are costing you, 5 upkeep a turn aren't beating my chosen costing me 300 a turn, you know. Because at that point, that's not fun, that's just annoying, you know. Because then on the flip side, when you play as vampire accounts and you're still spending, 5 upkeep on zombies, like whatever, but then you go and fight chosen that are, the AI is only paying 50 gold, whatever. I'm probably exaggerating that a little bit, but you get what I mean, Alright, oh, we'll be fine. I reckon we can do it with just these 3. We can cause enough mayhem. Especially in an ambush. Yeah, we'll be fine. My Gorst zombies will beat your chosen whatever difficulty. Probably. I haven't played as Gorst yet. But considering the headache he gave me in my Imrit campaign, because he just wouldn't go away because of his zombies, I'm more apt to believe you. Even after they toned down the the battle regeneration a little bit. Love Gore if you like Festus. Excuse me, not Gore, Gorst. Yeah, he's one I definitely want to try out. I played Manfred and I really enjoyed the Manfred campaign. Mainly because, like, I think too it's a little bit like people, we've had Warhammer 2 for so long. People are really used to playing factions a certain way. And for some people, now that those ways are not necessarily the only way to play it anymore, and it's like, hey, like, these just aren't as good as they used to be, like, what kind of happened? And it's not that they're bad anymore, it's just that other like strategies and what other armies, other units strategies are just more viable now. Alright, they just have a shit ton of missile units.
Time to despoil. Blessings of war. Daggers call. The league's not provide.
Die, clown. Nice. Really didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. But yeah, we're getting rid of their artillery.
I feel no pain. Chaos is magic. Go it.
There we go. Yeah, there's no way this was going to be a Pyrrhic victory. He can't regenerate himself. He can't regenerate yet, but he'll be fine. Plus, I would wager that Nurgle Demon Princes are one of the strongest, if not strongest, Demon Prince in the game. Siege is very good as well, for sure, but Nurgle is definitely up there in my opinion.
This world will die. Pestilent marauders.
Nice. Their lord's not even close.
arcane torment awaits. The Leech Lord provides.
Nice.
Cool.
I still need to get really stuck into Siege. I feel like I could really dig them. It takes a little bit, because I was that way too in the Realm of Chaos at first, where I was like, okay, I love magic, I love missiles. Why do I not like that faction as much as I feel like I should? But yeah, they're really fun. Don't get me wrong.
Future faction on them. Marauders of Nurgle.
It just takes a little bit to kind of get a feel for them, but once you do, they're very, very fun.
I bring a tempest.
I was the same way, JDM. It's sort of like Demon Prince Lords. Like, rank 1, they're not that great, but get them to rank like 15, rank 20, and they start getting, good, basically. They're really fun. So just kind of gotta grind out a few turns, get the Lords leveled up, and they're really fun. And it's not just like Nurgle Demon Princes, it's like every single Demon Prince, regardless of the faction or the Chaos faction you play as. Nice. Or shit, even the Chaos Legendary Lords, Kugath, Kairos, Nikari, Skarbrand, all of them are good to start with, but like get them to like rank 15, 20, and they're fucking almost invincible. Can't believe they haven't been confederated yet, actually. They might have, I guess, and then been brought back. Because, like, with playing as Daniel, like the Demon Prince, I usually end up doing a melee-focused, like, setup with him, where I combine some Khorne and Nurgle attributes with him, and just make him fucking invincible in melee, while also having the Mortis Engine effect. Because I feel like, just personal preference-wise, when playing as Daniel, like, if you just go full tilt into one, why not just recruit, like, a generic Lord or Legendary Lord of that specific Chaos race, you know? Like, get a little variety with him, you know, a little bit, you know? What's he got? He should be fine. That army is freaking wrecked anyway. Let's see. I always thought that Daniel sucks shit. Oh yeah. His mechanic, in my opinion, in theory, is great, but how it plays out is fucking terrible. But alright, as this loads, I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab something to drink and use the restroom. So I will be right back, guys, as long as this doesn't crash on me. Maybe. Maybe. I think it's okay. Yep, here we go. Alright, I'll wait till we get to the battle screen then. Love the speed and mobility, especially after playing Nurgle. Nikari having like 120 speed is so funny. Oh, dude, Nikari can get like 170 speed. Yeah, Nikari can get much faster than that. It literally, at some point, it'll just look like he's just like sliding. He's not even running. He's moving so fast. And you can run infantry over with Nikari. Yeah, it's really fun. He should have like a trample like attribute or something like that causes damage, because And I know it's a fantasy game, but I'm sorry, but like if something is freaking like if a giant demon is running me over with giant hooves and knocks me back 30 feet, I'm not gonna not take any damage, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't be feeling a little painful, regardless if I'm going downhill or just getting knocked back and forth across like a regular like balanced map. But I will be right back, guys. I'm gonna run to the restroom and grab a drink. Just one moment. Alright, I'm back. Thanks, guys, for being patient. Preventing archers from shooting, maybe running fast into trouble. Oh, also very true. So you can literally just roll over smaller... Yeah. So it won't register. So, like, if Nakari was right here, right, and he was running down into infantry, he would, like, literally, like, roll over them, right? And them, like, falling down a hill would cause damage to them. It won't, like, go into your damage dealt for Nakari, but you'll actually be, like, damaging them, and eventually you do it enough times, killing them. But in general, like, I'm saying, like, it should start counting as damage dealt, because, again, I'm sorry, but if something rolls me over of that size, like, I'm not gonna walk up, like, stand up and just be fine. It's the same thing. While I feel like it's not that cav or like cavalry are bad in the game, it's that charge bonus does essentially, in my opinion, absolutely nothing, because like it says it increases the melee attack and damage, and it's a bunch of shit, because it'll knock, you know, it'll slingshot some units, like absolutely just slingshot the piss out of units, and then the units, you know, they'll be like, if it was flat, you know, they'll go from like here to over here or whatever, and then they'll just stand back up and like nothing fucking happened. Like charge bonus it's a really good auto resolve stat, and that's about it. Because I've yet to see proof that charge bonus is actually beneficial if you manually fight a battle. I could be wrong, obviously, but I mean, just take Chaos Knights, take Nikari, like anything that has super high like charge bonus, and see if it actually, like, just the charge bonus specifically, not like charges units and then starts fighting them, like just the charging itself. Doesn't do anything, which doesn't make sense again. Also, it's 9 a.m. It's time for a beer. It's Sunday football. It's alright. See, I cheese a little bit. I don't do it all the time, but occasionally. Occasionally I will. Or when being flung that infantry took 0 damage. Right, and that's what I mean. Like, it still happens now. Like, the only time it happens, or it doesn't happen and they take damage, is when it's, like, coming downhill. You know? There are some things I wish they would bring back. 9 a.m., what part of the world are you in? I'm in Alaska, in the U.S. So, yeah. So, typically when most people are, like, starting their streams, it's around this time. Which I know Legend has decided to stop streaming now. But his streams for me would usually start at, like, 5:30 a.m. my time. Depending on the day, you know, depends. So yeah, that's why in the past, JDM, I used to stream early before work. I used to, before work got really hectic and then my wife and I had our child, I used to start streaming at like 3:30 or 4 a.m. my time, because it's when it benefited being able to catch people on the stream. Because like for me, like when I get off work typically at like 5 or 6 p.m. My time, it's like midnight or like 1 in the morning in the UK. Or just in Europe in general. So like during the week, all of y'all are just fucking sleeping, and that's fine. But it does me absolutely no good to stream when I would get off work, because no one's going to be there to really watch it. So sort of like Legend, who, you know, would work third shift, that way he could cater to his audience. I would get up super early, that way I could stream before I would work. So I mean, between streaming and then working my job, I was putting in like 80 hours a week probably. Because I would stream for like 3-4 hours each day, and then work like 50 to 60 hours in my regular job, but then get home and play it as well. So I was putting in quite a bit of time into the game and the channel. In the UK, it's about as far away from me as possible. Yeah, I'm pretty much as far away from everything as you can possibly be. Alright, how much ammo do they fucking have? Like, Jesus Christ. Sounds great. Oh, yeah. It's perfect. I respect the dedication, but that's nuts. Yeah. It really wasn't that bad. Like, the first week was rough. But I had prepared for it. So, what I started doing, before I started streaming early in the morning, I got up for about a month before that. Like, every day, I'm not kidding you, even on the weekends, I was up no later than 5 a.m. like playing. One, because I wanted to play, but also so my body would get used to it. So I mean, I prepped literally for about a month to get used to it before I started actually doing it, because I knew if I just winged it and jumped in and was like, all right, let's do this thing, I was gonna last for about 2 days and then be done. So But I mean, I love doing it. Like, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't subjugate myself to getting up that early or doing that if I didn't enjoy the game or didn't enjoy streaming. I love streaming. I love hanging out with you guys. Because in the grand scheme of things, like when you first start a YouTube channel, you don't do it because you're going to make a gazillion dollars right away. Like, you do it because you enjoy the game and you want to interact with people and have fun. Like, the money stuff is great and all, but if I ever, even if I would ever hit 1,000 subs and become monetized, or the channel, you know, would grow beyond that, like, that would be great and all, but I would never do it because of money purposes. Like, yeah, that would be nice for sure. I'm not gonna, you know, say that getting paid to do this would suck. That's, anyone who would say that is lying to you. Like, that's just not true. But with that being said, it's never, for me anyway, it is never going to be the reason why I stream. You know, it would just be like an added bonus.
Chaos Sorcerer.
I have a lot of time for Legend because he constantly turns down money because of his integrity. Yeah, I mean, he's someone. I mean, he's put 10 years into YouTube, so he's built that reputation. He's built that credibility. I mean, if people, or if someone is wanting to play video games for a living, Total War and like live streaming, like PC games, or I shouldn't say PC games, live streaming Total War, like turn-based games, is not the way to go about it. Like, if you're in it for the money, it is like Call of Duty, Fortnite, that kind of stuff. It is definitely not turn-based games. In the wrong line of work for something like that, for content creation. And not that there's anything wrong with that. Again, it's just, you know, some people want to stream for money, and that's fine. Like, I don't blame people, but it is always funny now because I just remember growing up and everyone's like, you know, video games are a waste of time. It's never gonna, like, it can never, like, make you money. And I'm like, where are those people? Where are those parents now? where are they at? Because joke is on them. Alright, let's come over here. Man, I'm so old for online gaming community. I can't imagine watching Fortnite or Call of Duty. I'm in my late 20s. Oh, I literally turned 27 about 2 weeks ago. So, I'm fairly young. That's why I have pretty high hopes for the channel, because I'm young, you know, I got time. Even though, you know, I have a family, I have my firstborn child. Even with that going on, I still feel like I have, I'm fine with, I grew up playing sports, so I'm used to getting up early, staying up late, that kind of thing. I don't need a lot of sleep, so even if I work long hours and then I'm streaming or making a video or just playing the game so I can make a video, it really doesn't bother me a whole lot. Because, I mean, it was because of Legend that I frankly got the balls to even try live streaming. And because I'm a very social person in person anyway, so I was like, well, I don't mind talking to people, I don't mind random people like seeing me, that kind of thing. I like talking, I like hanging out with people, and I like video games, so like I should like streaming. And it did take me a while to not only have the means to do it, but to more or less just build up the courage to do it. And then once I did it, I was like, this is fucking awesome. I love stream. Like, I knew I was gonna like it. You know, I never like started it thinking, oh, I might fucking hate this, like this might be a giant mistake. I never had that. I never had that sort of thought process behind it, but I never thought I was gonna like it as much as I do. It's so fun. I'm picking with streamers and I'm having fun, so you're a winner in my book. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. You seem natural at it. I appreciate that. You know, it's taken time to sort of understand like how I want to be a streamer and all that stuff, and it does take time and practice like anything, but again, like anything, the more you do it, the easier it gets, and the whole 9 yards there. But oh god, my first few videos / streams were not good. And I mean, I've only been doing it for a year. It's not like I'm in no way a like amazing content creator, in my opinion. There are so many people that do so many things better, but I try and give myself some grace because I'm still learning. Like, I'm terrible at making short clips. I also don't pay money for editing software because I don't frankly want to spend the money on something like that right now. But it's something that, depending on how the channel continues to do, is something I may look into later on, because it would definitely make a big difference in the quality of videos and streams. But because updating my computer is definitely something on my to-do list, but don't have that kind of money just to drop. Hey, Jeansy boy, welcome, man. Is the campaign going good? Yeah, I think it is. Had a little bit of a setback when the Ultimate Crisis happened and we had to retreat just a little bit, but I think it's going fine now. Alright, let's... No, just attack. Good. Alright, let's see. Gonna take a chance on it. See how a Flamestorm goes.
Yes! Blessings of war!
I know they have magic or spell resistance, but it still does a lot of damage to him, even with the 35%. Nice. Good. I think we just got the army losses too. Good stuff. Alright, I need you. Run down, why can't? Yeah, run down the Iron Drakes.
Go and slaughter! Blood!
Good.
Where's the jewel?
Yep, just keep fighting this blob so you keep doing an area of effect damage to him. Good stuff. Felt the Festus campaign started to get stale when the crisis started. How is it with the Ultimate Crisis on? It's definitely made it a Festus campaign a little challenging. In general, though, I am not a fan of it. We talked about it earlier a little bit. It just gives me Warhammer 2 Order Tide vibes, and I hated that. Because it's not necessarily that it's really hard to deal with. It's just that it's super grindy. And eventually, like, you fight this kind of battle once, you've kind of fought in them all a little bit. But yeah, from yesterday, we had to retreat a little bit and give up a little bit of ground, and now we're pushing back out, and we're dealing with them a little bit more. The dwarves lately are here to stay, I think. Grombrindle has journeyed over, same with Thorgrim. So we definitely are going to be fighting dwarves for a while, but other than that, Durthu is... We're managing Durthu. He's a little more of just a headache at this point. But I think I'm doing fine with him anyway.
Just not a fan of the endgame as Warriors of Chaos.
Yeah, like, I don't think I'll ever do the Ultimate Crisis mode again unless they change it a little bit. It's not that I will put or not have a endgame crisis available to happen, but the Ultimate Crisis mode, it's sort of like meh. Like, it gives me just like the Warhammer 2 Chaos Invasion vibes. Like, it's not that it necessarily causes a lot of hardship. It's just something you have to push through and get through. Because, there's no reward, again, for doing it. It's just something you have to do because you let it happen at the start of your campaign. Characters all the way. I mentioned it yesterday, but one thing they could do to make it better, or a few simple adjustments, I feel like. One, dead factions stay dead. I feel like that's just really easy to enforce. And also that vassalized factions don't get a chance to rebel. Sorry, I was trying to think of what ooh, fuck yeah. Alright, let's get rid of you two. That's fine. We got plenty of cash. We can go in the red a little bit. Alright, let's... Oh, hell yeah.
The Fly Lord's reckoning.
God, they freaking... They, like, respawn so many of their freaking units. Okay, here are their last two settlements. He just died. Like, I just got that trait. But he's got 3 armies. He can't do anything to me. Even if he attacks me here, he's got absolutely nothing. Alright. Nope, you're good, you're good. I don't want Isleheart, but no one else wants to buy it from me. And I'm not paying someone to do it. Alright. Good, he did what I kind of expected him to do.
Useful adornments.
Excuse me.
Good. Now, miss.
Good.
Exalted Rotbringer.
Alright, spread the love. There we go.
Now we see.
Alright, how many? 4 levels up. Holy cow. Alright, alright, his blue line's done. His red line's fine for now. That's good. And then get Spirit Leech.
Killing will be all the easier. No.
Yeah, all the dwarves are freaking here. Look at that. Which between them, let's go into diplomacy and let's see how many they got. Pestilence is just on steroids. All right, so they got. I'm gonna round it up to 30. So you got 30, 52, 70, 80, 86 total dwarven settlements between the factions. Holy cow. Alright. Hey, do you want...
Do not waste my time with petty talk. Make your offer and be done. I will.
There. You're welcome.
Destruction for all.
No, you do not get a chariot. Helm of Many Eyes is actually pretty good.
They will be dominated.
Yep. Physical resistance is good for these guys. Alright. He's already got one. Jeez. I don't know who to give that one to you just yet. But alright. We gotta be careful here. Okay, we can clean up these armies for sure. This army is fairly weak and easy to deal with. But then we have this one that's definitely harder.
Be gone. Be gone.
Alright, that one's not a big deal. This one is really easy.
Disgrace my ancestors.
I just feel like eventually we're just gonna get a little too weak. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Chaos. Conflict is endless.
Take the replenishment.
Always.
Where'd he go? Or did he just die? Okay. Missile resistance, yes please. Spirit Leech.
Glorious tools of chaos.
Excellent.
Just spend the point so it goes in and makes it a little better. Alright.
For the Fly Lord. Don't think so. Damned with power. The throne of conquest. Who
Here's
is
this.
ascended? Mortality is such weakness.
Why? They don't even have any large, do they?
I will not disgrace my ancestors. I am chaos, made manifest.
They do have some missile units, though. We can, yeah, we're fine. 400 out of, what, 111,000? We're fine. Alright. You've been moved. You've been moved. I don't know what the hell these guys are doing.
Hunters.
Lorne never went and got back, or took back their forest. Which I would like to say for the record, they had like 4 armies when I confederated them. And now they have, what, 1 1/4? But yeah, he needs to come up here. That army needs to go up there and take some more dark fortresses from Norska.
Destruction awaits.
Alright, I think I have an idea. I really like the Warriors of Chaos upgrading system. Yeah, me too. It'd be cool if you could like do it with the high elf like archers and then spend money to upgrade it to like the padded archers or Lothern Sea Guard, that kind of thing. I also wouldn't mind getting the Sword of Cain and giving that to somebody. I mean, everybody hates me now anyway for various reasons, so I think this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna clean up these two armies. Take this one out because it's damaged, and then this one's gonna be a little ugly, but we can knock both of them out because they're in force march, and then just force march these two armies together. So if he tries to do something stupid, we'll be fine.
Spread sickness and death.
There's no way we'll go into ambush stance and be okay.
What? Unthinkable.
So he's just for melee purposes, but we do have magic. Good.
Demon Prince of Neg.
I just don't think I'm gonna have enough movement.
Do you take me for a wazzock? If I must. You what?
That army is fairly weak anyway.
I remember in Total War I would get quite attached to fully upgraded units. Yeah, through...
Yeah. I liked that. In other campaigns, I would hate it when they would start giving me generals that were like 70 or 60 years old trying to marry my 16, 17-year-old daughter and then dying the next turn. Or they'd give you the one that has like 10 stars of command or like whatever, just an outrageous amount of command like right from the get-go, but then they end up getting like all these shitty like fertility traits.
By the comet.
Let's see.
The demonic host.
That would be good to take out some of their artillery.
Chaos needs pawns.
Great weapons. That's fine.
Princely.
Not having supply lines as the Warriors of Chaos is... I love that. Oh, and they got... Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Alright, let's do this one. Even if we can't, like, attack them, we can force march the two armies together, and our two armies, even in force march, can beat their 3 or 4 armies. And that's if they team them up together. Excuse me. Alright. Yeah, they have mostly melee anyway. About 3 hours. Alright, alright. They don't have artillery. Okay. And they don't have magical attack. Alright. Well, we don't need to blob up. We don't really need to do, like, anything crazy here.
Chaos sorcerer. Imbibe this.
Because I doubt they come... Yeah, I was going to say, I doubt they charge at me. We could honestly probably waste their ammo. They'll probably shoot at me. How did I know? Oh, man. The only bad thing is because they get all of the... because they get all of their research completed once the Ultimate Crisis mode like happens, they have shit tons of ammunition. So it just takes forever to burn through it. But we shouldn't have to do it to all of them, just some of them would be good. Plus it gives us a chance to get our magic generating. Because I only have the one arcane conduit right now. Shoot me, bitch. Alright, don't shoot me.
I am channeling. Going.
No armor piercing, so nope.
Balefire.
Nice. Alright, now you go attack him. Oh, my flamestorm is gone. It was a bad cast anyway.
Moving.
But yeah, I appreciate everyone being here still. It's a really great turnout. Thank you guys. Appreciate all of you, even if you're lurking in the background, hope you're enjoying it anyway. As long as you're here enjoying yourself, that's all that really matters to me.
Exalted hero of Nurgle.
Good.
Chaos will reign.
Yeah, that Helm of Eyes, or Many Eyes, is so freaking good.
Finch's will.
Alright, we can flank with the Chaos Knights and take out their Quarrelers.
I feel no pain. Invoking the Fly Lord. Spellblind.
Oh yeah, he's doing fine. Nope. I didn't tell you to stop.
Execute.
Here, this will be a prime example of what I mean, right? So they're at 5180, okay? We're coming somewhat downhill, but we're Chaos Knights. Our charge isn't the highest because we're way down, but still, it's a cav charge. Right? Full on charge. Did like 300 damage. Absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad.
Chaos Knights.
Hey, are you done over here yet, killing them?
Exalted hero of Nurgle.
Yeah, why are we taking so much damage over here, guys?
Time to despoil Nurgle's reckoning.
You are great weapons and going up against armor.
Chaos Knights. I'll pluck your soul from your body. Chaos is magic.
Not bad.
A fine order. Morbid energies. Rip out guts.
Especially with, I guess their lord's. Holy shit, he's got a bunch of physical resist. Alright, that's alright. Get him over here. So this is what I mean too, is our Chaos Knights are kind of struggling against spoilers. So a little frustrating, but it's fine.
Marauders of Nurgle! Chaos Knights! War is all. Hell for Nurgle!
He's like, ah, fuck.
Chaos Knights!
That and the dwarves, obviously, being dwarves won't break.
Exalted hero of Nurgle!
Good. Alright, there's the army losses. Took a little... one unit took a lot more damage than I would have liked, but it's okay. Alright, and let's just run down as many of them as we can. So we will have to fight it again. Or fight the army again. Tell you what though, it would be nice. Kill their lord. They'll get another one for free, but at least he won't be level 42. Good. Slow down the dwarves even more. Holy shit, 17 speed. And like right now when we're running things down, like we're knocking them over and they're getting back up, like I feel like this needs to be brought back to like Warhammer or Warhammer 1, Medieval 2 and like Rome 1 when you know, you've won the battle, the enemy is routing, they're not fighting back, they're just trying to run away. If you even breathe on them, they get captured. They don't die, they get captured. But like them running, you know, it would make like units that have a hard time running things down. Dragons, just basically any single entity most of the time has problems running, and any entity down would just feel like would fix that problem. But I don't know. I just know enough people, like myself included, enough other streamers and other people have talked about it in live chats where it's just irritating when you can't run. Like you're fighting and it's fine, you get the army losses, and then suddenly you can't hit them anymore, even though they're not even fighting back anymore. So. But, you know, you can wish something, but I doubt they would change something like that. But this army is absolutely wrecked. Pretty high experience, too, all things considered. Excuse me. Surprised he didn't use any, like, rune magic against me. Yep. Take the replenishment. You hate seeing dwarves die? Alright, that's what I was afraid of. It's fine. This will help us the most over the end turn if they come and attack me.
Excellent.
And then let's force march here. And you also force march here. That way they gotta take both of us on.
Festus, the Lich Lord. Death before life.
Let's do that. And do base weapon damage and speed. That way if they get infected with it, it'll affect them a little more. When I was young, I had a 3,000 point dwarf army that I used to play tabletop battles with. They will always have a place in my heart. Holy cow, that's awesome. And I never played, I mean, anything Warhammer related, I didn't play until 2019. I'm trying to think what DLC okay, so when I had Warhammer 2, the first DLC that I could purchase that had just come out was the Grim in the Grave DLC. So Atharian and Grom the Paunch. That's when I came into the Warhammer scene. Control large armies. I can't, probably because we're in Force March, but play battles in their shops. I've never even been to Games Workshop's thing. I mean, we're fine. Don't know why we're gonna lose this, but you know, whatever. What's the map look like? Also, it'll depend to where they're coming in at. We definitely need to get rid of their gyrocopters and bomber. I will control a large army because my first units that will come in are vastly superior to theirs. Or yeah, not the Grim and the Grim and the Grave, the Warden and the Paunch. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Basie. Until the COVID, yeah. Well, I mean, really, like, I didn't have... I was playing my Xbox at the time still. Because at that point in time in my life, I still had a laptop. I didn't even have a computer. And so I could barely play Warhammer 2. Like, I'm not kidding you. It would literally take me about 15-20 minutes just to do a load battle screen. It would take me about... I mean, if I fought battles manually, it would take me about 3 hours to do about 3 turns. Or else I had to almost always auto-resolve battles because it would take way too long to load. Thank you, Jacob, for the subscription. I appreciate the support, man. Thank you. Alright, theirs is coming there. Where's mine coming from? Alright, that's fine. What do... Alright, these three need to be off guard mode. They're gonna try and flank like the AI always does. They don't know any other form of tactic.
Undivided. Marauders.
Alright.
Now is our time.
51 seconds. I'm wondering, will they have the artillery? Alright, let's put him there, put you over here. So I kind of would imagine that they're just going to sit and wait.
Imbibe their souls.
And if they do, that's fine, because again, our first units that we'll get are vastly better than theirs. The only thing we need to take out is their bombers here. And if they run away, they run away. That's fine. But they need to fuck off for my blob. It's fine. Just keep moving, boy. Keep moving.
All will be hell.
Sorry, Slanesh. We're playing Nurgle. Don't worry, my first game that I ever played were from cassette tapes attached to a ZX87 that would take 1 hour to load.
Holy shit. Yeah, I played on, you could say the low settings, to put it mildly.
Going.
Alright, good. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way they win this.
Festus sends us. Death. Chaos.
Nope, no. Keep fighting him.
Clean magic. Move fast. Move. Where chaos commands. Going. A fine order.
Spear Leech is 8 wins of magic.
Champion of the gods.
Spear Leech did get a buff though. Alright, no, don't waste your ammo on the artillery. Alright, they're incoming already. If they had magic, that would be nice, but they do not. The Gyro Bomber is the big one I really want to get rid of. Really want to get rid of.
I will rise.
That and their artillery.
Stop. Magic King. Slay. Chaos comes. Putrefaction on me. Going.
Shadow Wizard. A Shadow Wizard would be really good for this army.
Die. For the changer. Taliban of Nurgle.
It's fine.
Over there. Attack. I am channeling. Name your demand.
Good, and it's damaging them.
Charge! Move fast! Chaos unleashed. My magic is ready.
I guess as long as the the gyro bombers and copters don't have time to like just fly over and drop their bombs. That's one thing. So as long as we just keep them moving,
To greatness.
that'll be fine.
Going.
But yeah, they do have quite a few of them. But we got quite a bit of heals between our heroes.
Chaos sorcerer.
But yeah, we need to get back over here. Basically says, what's your preferred school of magic as Warriors of Chaos? That's pretty tough because there are a few that, I mean, all of them are good other than death, in my opinion. Like if you're going like with the blob tactic, I would probably go with the Lore of Shadow, because Pit of Shades is really good because you can use a really strong vortex spell without fear of damaging your own units. But fire is also really good, and so is I would say, depending on what you're planning on doing, do shadow or fire. What am I thinking of? Metal magic is okay, but it's compared to the other forms of magic, it's just not as good. So I would recommend shadow or fire personally. You can make the other ones work, but you know, when you have shadow and fire magic at your disposal, I just don't see a reason not to a reason to use something else. Sorry. All right. All right. Let's get double Mortis Engine time going.
Retreat!
Who's retreating? Because that's what I'm missing right now is a really good just like standing still spell. I have piercing bolts, but it kind of has a bigger area than I would like. That's actually a pretty good area right there.
Let us bring about an infernal gate.
But yeah, they got a good Mortis Engine ability going on, so just keep letting them do that.
I bring a tempest.
Plus, we got 3 defensive buildings abilities we can keep using.
Warping energies. Chaos sorcerer.
Where's the...
Chaos cowards. Bring skulls to Khorne's throat.
I mean, balance of power is still in my favor. It's kind of hard to see the damage we're taking because the units are so close together, but...
Arcane torment awaits. Balefire. Champion of the gods. Finch's boom.
Yeah, that one's hurting a little bit. But I have life magic. Well, not life magic, but healing magic.
Chaos sorcerer. Master obeys her god.
He just needs to come inside here anyway. Good.
Knights.
Yep. Get rid of their artillery. That'll be a big balance of power for him.
Should have got
I think the SFO mod for Warhammer 2 gives them that. I don't know about Warhammer 3. I haven't played Dwarves yet in Warhammer 3. I'm really behind in playing certain factions. We're taking some good damage, but as long as nobody gets wiped out, that's the big thing. It's just an unfortunate cast. Didn't go the right way. Nope, you need to get back over here.
Our father, behold! I'll pluck your soul from your bones. Destroy!
Just keep taking out their artillery.
My magic is ready.
Alexa, nice magic. The AoE strike is devastating.
Yeah, the slicing shards, I think, is the one you're talking about. Yeah, that's a really, really good spell. I like that one a lot. I did it at first. I really thought it was kind of like shitty, but then I actually kind of gave it a proper chance, and I really like it. Plus, it's only like 10 winds of magic, which, all things considered, isn't too bad.
Obliterate them.
Always get them breaks in hero.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
I don't dismember.
Alright.
Imbibe their souls.
I got 20 wins.
Chaos is magic.
Just keep...
Hellfire.
I mean, we're definitely winning. We took quite a bit of damage on one of the, on the second army.
Horn's bloody glory. Finch's will.
But it looks like that's the army losses.
Moving.
Yeah, I knew we weren't going to lose, but it was just more how much damage were we going to take.
Father, behold. Maneuvering.
And let's heal.
Chaos sorcerer.
Let's heal as much as we can. And get the Mortis Engine guys still fighting. Oh, or not. Alright, yeah. So we took the second army took a lot more damage than I would have liked, but that's okay. I mean, our armies are still in much better shape than theirs. Plus, I don't think we lost any units. I think I enabled diplomacy for... I have to be of the same race. Never mind. I was going to say, I was going to try and peace out with one of them. Not the dwarves, but other Ultimate Crisis factions, but I don't think you can. Really, I guess thinking about it, Bixie, I read your question wrong. Out of the two lores, or yeah, okay, I didn't lose anybody, and they lost a lot. If it's Nurgle, Nurgle, it would definitely be, or like just Nurgle type Warriors of Chaos factions. Well, yeah, there's just the one. Nurgles would definitely be Shadow be Nurgle magic, or yeah, whatever. I think it's Nurgle, Lord Nurgle. Shadow and fire. Sinch is definitely just Sinch magic. It's just way better than metal magic. Slanesh. Slanesh, I would actually probably go Shadow. The problem with Slanesh magic is it's just too fucking expensive. If they would tone down the amount of cost, like the Winds of Magic cost, it would be much better than what it is, but it's just so damn expensive, and it's just not worth the cost versus what it does. So Slanesh would definitely be Shadow. Whatever, you're still my bitch. What? Corn? Corn is definitely just fire magic. Yeah. And that's all of them. Overall, I feel like Festus has the best because he can actually heal. Being able to heal your units is so good. Or not units, but like lords. Like it's so bloody good. Alright, let's merge some items. Forbidden rods are frankly kind of shit. For this faction anyway. For village, for Sinch, they're amazing. And the breast cleaver, there we go. Oh well. Potion of toughness and speed. Gross. Alright, that's fine for now. Yeah, it's vampire, Nurgle, and life. Definitely the best magic lores in the game, in my opinion. Being able to heal is just so fucking good. So good.
I summon discs of Zinch. I move. Destruction for all.
I don't know where that army went, so just...
They will be dominated.
Oh, we're a little stronger. We're a little stronger now. Alright, and we replenished to full. That's what I like to see.
Excellent. Dark Prince.
Okay.
Useful adornments. Demon Prince.
Can give him... Never mind. Let's give one of them a brass cleaver. That's fine. Yeah, make Spirit Leech cheaper. Alright. Oh god, Dwellers Below is so fucking good. Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised they haven't done something to that.
What is unthinkable?
Alright. Now, the thing is, this is very undefended, all things considered. If we come in here and blow all of Alpha Lauren up, Because let's see their settlement count. Other than the Heralds of Ariel, who cares? 2, so they got 2 settlements right here. Well, so Talisman can get wiped out. Laura Lorne, this is my bitch. So they can get wiped out instantly. They're not too far from being wiped out. Talisman can get wiped out. Durthu has 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they're all fairly nearby. Like, they're all within attacking range from one of my armies.
The fecundate. The Fly Lords
Good.
Death before life. Their pest.
We'll take a little, God, they just keep getting fucking armies. Yeah, we'll stay here, that way we can attack Heinrich Himmler again.
Excellent.
Alright. That's not an army to worry about. Oh, that's definitely not an army to worry about. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. Gonna come over here and take this one. Obsidian Blade's not terrible. Don't worry about upgrading it. For Plague Bearer units, no. To go down that line. Okay, so he's fine there. And then, honestly, I want them to reinforce each other. Good. But I think I'm going to end it there. I'm about 3.5 hours in, and we got a few things we got to do around the house and some errands around town today. Really, really great turnout, guys. I hope you're enjoying the content for those of you who are new and maybe the first time you really stuck around to watch a stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm having a lot of fun with it still. It was really great to interact with you guys. I'm just going to save it here. I will go and check and see who else is streaming, if you guys want to keep watching some Warhammer today. But yeah, again, great turnout. Thank you guys. If I just briefly look at it, the average watch time is almost an hour, so that's pretty freaking amazing. So thank you guys. Alright, let's go to the YouTube quick. I got a few of my people I'm sub to that are streaming right away. But let's check it out. Alright, let's do it to Teapot Tom. He's playing as Village. It's more Warriors of Chaos if you guys want to watch more Warriors of Chaos. Here is a link to his stream. He's another smaller streamer like myself. Because you got the usuals that are streaming. Mercy streaming, Radiant Ash is streaming, and Anticity is streaming. But if you guys want to support another smaller streamer, there is Tom's a link to Tom's stream if you want to go check him out. But yeah, I will let you guys know what's going to go on in terms of a stream for tomorrow or what's going on, and I will release another video for the Rakarth campaign later today. But thank you guys for the support. It was a good stream. Thank you again, and I will see you guys again soon. Later.